Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another Gunpla review, and today I'm taking a look at another Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise kit, and this of course is the SD-X Volkylander, essentially the upgraded variant of the Volkylander we would have seen a few months ago. Once again, if you do want one of these of your own, there's a link down there in the description. You can get yours at Hobby Link Japan, but let's get right into the review. So that right there is what the X Volkylander looks like finished, but before we take a look at that, let's take a quick look at the box. So that right there is the front of the box. That's a pretty awesome box art of this little guy, or should I say girl, or it, or that. Taking a quick look at the first side of the box. And right here we've got a front and rear image of what the finished kit looks like, as well as the blurb about the mobile suit. So if you want to know more about the X Volkylander, you can pause this video now and read it at your own leisure. The TLDR is it's the upgraded version of Volkylander. On to side number 2, and we get to see what's in the box, including the GN Twin Gunblade, GN Gun Shield Custom. This can transform to X Gun Dragon mode. It's got the GN Mega Flare device and the GN X Ballistar. Of course, this wouldn't be a build box if they didn't advertise another kit you can customize this with, and that, of course, is the Avalanche Rex Buster, sold separately. Inside of this box, this right here is what we get. That, of course, is the SD-X Volkylander, the Mega Flare device, and the shield. The GN Twin Gunblade is up here on the wings. Also in here we do have the manual, which has all the information on the X Volkylander. Once again, this is exactly the same as what we would have seen on the side of the box. And we've got a bunch of information on Parviz himself. And also down here, it says that he calls the mobile suit Morgiana. Around the back then, we've got a bunch more information, including the GN Gunblades, which can combine into the GN Twin Gunblade, the GN Gun Shield Custom, which compared to the gun shield we would have seen before, can be used to combine with the weapons. And speaking of which, combining the GN Gunblades with that shield gets you this right here, the GN X Ballistar. Next up, we've got the Legend Wings, which can be combined with the Gunblade, the GN Grip Dagger, which can be used as a grip and a dagger. And finally then we've got some information on the Sacred Beast, which is either Quadorun or Quadorn. Call it whatever you like, because I haven't a clue. Anyway, moving on. So anyway, this right here is what you get once you put together the SD-X Volkylander. So first off, I will mention that this kit, like a lot of SD kits, is an absolute sticker hell. So if you don't like stickers, or you don't like painting your kits, this one may not be for you. But if you do like your stickers, or you do like painting, then this could look pretty cool. I did use all the stickers besides the ones for the back of the head, so this is what it will look like complete. And just so you can see every angle of this kit right here, there is the full 360-degree spin. So once again, this is based on the Astrea, like we would have seen with the standard version of the Volkylander. That of course would be the Astrea from the 00 mangas. Once again, I have applied the stickers and I've done some panel lining around the head, maybe some of the body. And what strikes me straight away is the fact that the whites on this kit are a mix of standard flat white and some pearlescent injection white, so it is a bit of an odd combo. The plastic is not as premium as I found it was in the standard version of the X Volkylander, which was in that super flamin' hot Cheetos red orange color, but this does have more of a traditional Astrea kind of look, and as SDs go, it's pretty cute. So next up, there is a bit of a side-by-side comparison with the standard SD Volkylander. I will mention I did find the plastic on this guy right here a lot more pleasant to look at. It's got a nice matte finish. The color is crazy nice looking for a red-orange, and even though I did not use the stickers on this guy, I thought he looked quite impressive, especially, well, looks like he lost a leg. Especially for an SD kit. This one definitely looks a little more traditional when it comes to SD kits with a lot of the metallic injection gold and a metallic pearly white. So if you don't like those sort of injection plastics, this one might be a bit of well, not the most pleasant thing to look at, especially when you also take into consideration that those kind of stickers you're seeing right now, when applied to curved surfaces, never tend to look that neat. There's a bit of a quick look from behind, so you can see all those dreads, etc. that these two guys have got, or should I say, ladies. And just like with the standard version of the Volkylander, the X Volkylander right here has some crazy hollow parts in the back of its wings. Not the nicest looking right there, but then again, pretty standard for a basic SD kit. So now moving on into the accessories, and there's the X Volkylander with everything that it comes with. So that is those swords, big old beam rifle, and the shield. As for hands in here, we've just got the standard pair of holding hands. As for the weapons, first up we've got the Gunblade. There is them combined into the Twin Gunblade. They attach together very simply, just a pair of pegs and holes on the undersides. These of course are just for viewing from the front because the back is very rough looking, just a bunch of hollow parts, but the front doesn't look too bad. So there's an example of what the X-Volkylander looks like with both of those GN Gunblades attached. Once again, to combine them, it's very simple, just leave it in the hand like that, pop out the second one, attach it on just like so, simple as, and there is that Twin Gunblade. Also, sadly, we do not have that really cool little fade for on here that we see in the instructions. Right here, that little fade to gold, that would be cool, but of course, to do that, you'd probably need to spray it on. Next up then, in here we've got the GN Mega Flare device. We do have this section that pops out from the bottom. This, of course, is the GN Grip Dagger, so that can be used separate or popped in there as a handle. This is pretty much what we would have seen with the standard Volkylander. This separates into two sections like this. However, it does not have the second handle in there that we saw with the standard variant, that is the orange Volkylander. Once again, to attach this, pretty simple, just pops into the hand, like so. There is a quick example of what it looks like equipped, and even though this is pretty large and heavy-ish for an SD kit, it's got no problems holding that up. Next up then in here we've got the shield. This is pretty much the same as what we saw before besides the handle round back. So the handle on the standard version was just a handle. This has a multitude of different connection parts. So that's the 3mm peg that pops in there. We've got two ball joints and this extra attachment part up top. So by taking the shield, this pair of wings, and the dagger grip, this can all be combined then into the GNX Ballystar, which looks like this right here. And finally, there is a quick example of what that looks like attached into the X-Volkylander's hand. I almost totally forgot, when not in use, these GN Gunblades can be attached up here into the reverse section of the wings to extend the wings like this, which looks pretty cool. So as for the articulation on this right here, I'm going to have to take the wings off of this so I don't go crazy with them blocking everything. Pop those awesome cable dreads back up onto its head like this, and let's check it out. So everything on this is essentially just a basic ball joint. So that goes for the neck there, that's all the way down, all the way up. Side to side pivot, that's more the top of the head coming off. There is the turn of the head, there is all the way to the right, all the way to the left. The ponytail back here is on a ball joint so that can spin all the way around. Move up and down like so. Inside the shoulder we do have a moving joint which moves forward and back, as well as a bit of up and down. The shoulder itself is a ball joint, pops into that like that, giving you the full 360 spin. There it is, all the way up, all the way down. Full rotation up top. There is that bend at the elbow, and I'm always impressed to see a bend in the elbow on an SD kit. Ball joint at the waist gives us a bit of side to side. I'm going to stick to my normal rule, if something falls off, it stays off. That is notoriously loose, I'll mention. There it is, all the way to the front, all the way to the back at the waist, not a lot. And here, do we get that full spin all the way around? Yes, we do. Ball joints once again at the hips, so there's the kick all the way up to the front. There it is, all the way out to the back, it's better out to the back. Splits test, and that isn't doing the splits. Popping the leg off, there is the bend at the knee. Once again, I'm always impressed to see a bend at the elbows and knees in an SD kit. And we have a ball joint there at the ankle. Also, these shoe segments can come off if you prefer those smaller little feet, or on, like so. So when it comes to SD kits, articulation isn't necessarily the name of the game. So when we've got elbows, knees, etc. bending, it's not too bad. So the X-Volkylander is pretty good for an SD kit. Now on to the transformation. So that's off with the head, flip the eyes, visor down, head back on, shoes off, bend knees, twist the arms, take this bit off the wing, dragon leg, split the gun, split the shield, dragon head, rebuild the wings, build a tail, then leg, head, wings, tail, and then finally the GN sword blades attach onto either side of the tail. And there we go! It's a chicken! So there's the full 360-degree spin of this version of the SD Volkylander transformed into the X Gundragon mode. All I can say is, whoo! This is definitely something I mean, this barely resembles anything at all, and what it does resemble is kind of like a bit of a plucked chicken. I don't know, man, this is one odd mode. Very, very, very odd. I don't know what else to say. So that right there is it for the review, and because the standard version of the SD Volkylander got silver tier, the same goes for this right here, the SD X Volkylander. However, I do feel like it just scraped into that silver tier. It's pretty much the same kit that we saw before, lacking the majority of the charm. The standard version of the Volkylander had some nice, matte, Hot Cheetos orange, awesome plastic that this is lacking. This has an odd mix of pearlescent plastic and standard white plastic, which doesn't seem to have any rhyme or reason to which parts are pearlescent and which parts are not. Of course, the transformed version of this, the X Gundragon mode, is an absolute joke and is a bit of an afterthought, but the standard SD mode of this is okay. Not great, nothing special. But if you do want one of these of your own, there is a link down there in the description. You can get one of your own at HobbyLink Japan. As always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to come back for more Gunpla reviews, and I'll see you next time. So once again, I can't end this video right here without thanking each and every one of you guys for watching this video, as well as liking and subscribing. And of course, special thanks to my channel members and patrons, Craig Jury, Kaiser721, Tyler Sanders, Caleb Engelhart, and Sean T.